Hello gamers, it's Suffocating99 and today we're on the public test realm for Shadowlands pre-patch, and I wanted to take a look at some of the new customization options that are available. I thought today we'd take a look at the humans. I've been told there's an awful lot of customization for the humans, so let's take a look at that, shall we? Let's move the bug reporter out of the way. So we have the new jewellery options with makeup, piercings and necklaces, and then we have lots of new skin colours and face types and things. So let's take a look at all of these, shall we? So we've got the left and right action buttons, and we've also got a drop down menu now so you can see all the new tones. So as you can see, we've got the promised very dark black skin tones fading through to the paler browns. So it's quite a lot of choices, so if you can go from the very, very pale white, almost ghost-like white, through various sun-kissed shades into the pale browns, and then through to the darker shades. And then with the toning, see her cheekbones and things, just kind of more toning on these last three. More variation in the skin tone across the features. Interesting, huh? Right, so I think we'll go for a fairly pale skin so that we can see things like the scars and stuff. So I think they just show the things like freckles and things show up on a much paler skin a little bit easier, I think, though you can make them any choices at all. But the faces, look, we've got 45 options. That is so many. That's more than anybody else has got, isn't it? So we're going to have to do this quickly, otherwise this video is going to be hours long. So we've got the very fresh-faced one there, very young, fresh-faced at number 1. And then we've got little variations in cheekbones, noses, lips. So you've got freckles there just under the eyes. See what I mean about them? Some of them are very pale, you see. That's why I went for a very pale skin tone to be able to see the little marks and things. So I think deciding what... See, now we're starting to get into the slightly older faces, look, with lots of wrinkles and things in. This is on the second row. I think you're going to have to spend quite a bit of time deciding... Ooh, she looks a bit angry. But you're going to have to spend... Oh, they've changed the colour. Oh, are they deciding that some of them are more featured towards different colours? Is that why? You see, she's got freckles under her. You know, that's which one's the there's the freckled one there, look, in the pale, and then there's a freckled one for the... To me that looks like the same face. I'm a little bit confused now as to why there's so many options if it's the same. See, to me that looks like the same face, just a different skin tone, but we can choose the skin tone separately, so that confuses me a little bit. Oh look, she's a lot older, so look, all the wrinkles. Yeah, so they don't just match across. Right, so yeah, that's a lot of facial choices, so you're going to have to spend... Ooh, let's start at the top. We're going to have to spend quite a lot of time deciding exactly which face you want, I think. Oh look, scars across the side of the face and across the nose there. So that's got freckles and a lot more wrinkles. And then scars across the opposite side of the face and near the eye. Yeah, so this is a lot of different... Oh look, there's kind of indented cheeks there. Wow. That's an awful lot of different choices, isn't it? There's one or two that look like they're very similar. There's an awful lot of new options there, isn't there? So this is really cool because this gives us a choice, lots of choices. See fainter scars there across the nose. Yeah, so we're going to have a lot more choices here, look. Oh, and then that one goes directly across the eye, so with the heterochromia eyes, the two coloured eyes where there's some blind ones, you could deliberately choose one where the scar matches a blind eye if you really wanted as well there. So let's leave her fairly fresh-faced for watching the makeup options later. And then hairstyles, let's see how many different ones we've got. We've got 34 hairstyles. Gosh, that's a lot. We're going to have to be quick. So some of them are going to be the ones we've already had, and then there's going to be a few new ones. So I think these early ones... Oh! Hang on. Oops. I was just going to turn around and I couldn't. Right, so straight, loose. I want to look at the back of that because I don't remember that front. I don't remember this front with these bangs right next to the eyes there, so that might be a new one. It's so hard to tell sometimes which one's the new bangs. That I think is an old hairstyle, but I think they've been updated. I think there's more detail in them than there was before, so full. Parted long. Flipped. Oh yeah, that's a nice little flip at the sides and under all the way around there. Oh, I like that. I don't remember that one. Like that one. Right. I think if we twirl them all, we're going to take too long. So, but tomboy. Pony right. Pony right. Oh, because the splits there. The parting's on the right. Pony left, so that's the opposite side with the same ponytail. Bobbed. That I remember that one. But again, there's a little bit more detail, I think, in the style. Layered. Yes, I remember that one. But again, a little bit more detail in the hair. So they've updated the old ones. So that's why it's so hard to tell which ones the new ones are. Short. Flirty. Yes, I remember that one. Excuse me. Waved. Bun. Parted short. Waved bob. Yes, so all of these are older styles, but rushed. So that's, you've pushed the ponytail up quick. Soaked. Slightly wet look, right. Retro. So that's much more of a quiffy thing. I think that might be one of the new ones because I don't remember that with the puffy hair. There seems to be quite a few new of the puffy hair in this style. Styled. Curled. That looks very much like one of the Void Elf styles, don't you think, as well? Raquel. Now that's definitely one of the new ones. Based on a Raquel Welch hairstyle, I believe, from one of the... I can't remember which film, though. Simple. Slicked back. Now that's one of the new ones, because I don't remember that. And the bald option has come to absolutely everybody, of course. Afro, definitely one of the new ones. I rather like the little escaping bits up here, look, and the little curls. I like that. Little escaping bit down here as well. I like those little touches with the escaping bits. Astro Puff, I really like that one. I think that is amazing. Really like that. Cornrows. I'm not so fond of this one because this just looks so painful. Oh, so painful. Yeah. Dreadlocks. I think that's quite well done actually, with the knot being in the hair. I think that's quite nicely done. People might have expected a bit more texture in it, but I like the touch of that. I think they've done really, really well with the options there. I think that brings us back to... Oh no, it doesn't. Long. Alright, we've got one or two more. I think that is a new one because I don't think I remember the cut being in like an upside down V like that, so I think that is a new one. Ox horns, I like this. This is new. This is fun. This is very... I want to say anime and pop culture, all that sort of stuff. I love that. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. Very fun and funky. I love it. And the pixie for the fun, simple, easy to maintain type hair. And that I think is, oh no, one last one, the side part. There you go, and that's a new one as well. Again, it's got that layered, flighty texture with all the escapey bits. That it's almost like feathers here on this corner, look. And it looks like it's a slightly a bit of a plait across the top there as well, so it kind of hides underneath. So yeah, that's the new hairdos. We want something quite long because... Yeah, let's go for that, because we want something long to look at the colours for the hair in a minute. Right, so now we've got hair colour. So let's do the flip down, right. So you've got all the traditional browns and golds. Though I think there are some extra golds here, look. Because I don't remember that, and I don't remember that. So I think we've got quite a lot of hair colours. So we've got the traditional browns that we had before. And then that really rich red colour that you've got there, that I don't remember that one before, though. And the orange used to be more of a dwarf colour. Now that auburn colour I think we had originally, and this blonde I think we had, and I think we had, don't think we had that one. Don't think we had that one, but we might have had that one. So I think this, and we did have grey, but we didn't have completely white. So I think there's about 5 new colours for the humans there, I think. I do. Right, so let's leave her fairly blonde for the moment. So that's quite a few new colours, and then we can actually change her eyebrows. So I think we're going to need a hairstyle that's actually off her. We want something that's off her eyes. How about we go? Yeah, let's go with the new pixie so we can take a look at the eyebrows. And there's a lot again. Look, so defined, average, angled, light, natural, soft, flat, curved, high, solid, full, slim, rounded, thin, straight, thick, short, wild, raised, arched, bold, prominent, cut, small, intense, and bushy. So that's a lot of different things, isn't it? So see what else we've got. So face now, you've got a choice. You can make them narrow, you can make them wide, or you can make them round. So there you go, you've got 3 options for the facial features. So you can change the facial features, you can change your colour, you can change your hair, and you can even change how big your face is after you've changed your face. So that's lots and lots of possibilities, isn't it? And then your eye colour. So we've got the traditionals, we've got the browns like we had before, and then we've got the new ones, we've got the oranges, that's new, and then we've got the more traditional hazels and browns, and we've got yellow tones. Now I think we did have a sort of palish yellow before, but I think this brighter yellow is brand new. And then with the greens and blues, I think we did have some of these colours, but there's an awful lot more of them. I don't remember that intense blue, definitely. And we didn't have pinks and violets before, so they're new. And then you've got the very white one, which I also don't remember. And then you've got all the heterochromia with the 2 eyes being different colours. So you can be blue and green, you can be blind altogether, you can be one blind eye, one normal eye, in different variations, you see. So you've got a lot more choice than we had before, so that's kind of very cool. So let's take a quick look at the jewellery. So for makeup, I think there's a few options here that are, because the makeup came with the faces originally, you couldn't do them independently, so now you can do them independently. So you can have no makeup at all, she can be a true adventurer, or you can have emerald, so this is on the eyeshadow on the eyes, look, or lavender, candy, very bright that, smoky, so you can have your browns, silky, which is a bit more natural, and then the charcoal, so that the eyes are very defined. So you've got your choices there, see? And then you've got piercings, so none. Earrings, so you've got hoops in the 2 ears. Upper, so she's got her earrings in the top of the ear on both sides. Double, so she's got 2 at the top in both. Mixed, so she's got top and bottom. Nose, so she's got a ring in the side and for the nose. Eyebrow, so she's got 1 in the nose and 1 in the eyebrow. Diamond, so she's got little drops in the ears. Rubies, so now they're red drops. Studs in the red. Jade, green studs. Topaz studs, so blue, so you can match your colour. So topaz discs, so you've got different shapes. Jade, ruby, so we're just changing the colours in the same style of earring. So there we go. And then we've got the necklace, so let's bring her around to the front. Let's go to the first one, so nod, then the ruby, so you've got a dangly stone, diamond, and then you've got a jade pendant, so you've got the gold necklet with the jade, or the topaz, or the ruby, and then you swap to a locket with the topaz stone, the jade, or the ruby. So you've got quite a lot of choice there for the girls. So what we want to do now is go back and take a look at the guys. So let's swap it to the male. And let's take a look at their customisations. So again, you're going to have similar things. So for the skin colours, we've got the same tones that we had for the girls. So we'll just quickly run through that. So they're all the same as we had for the girls. And for the face, we've got a lot of faces again here, look. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, we've got the unlined faces, we've got lots and lots of different options for lined faces. Actually, do you know what? I think we need to move the hairstyle to something. Can we remove the necklace and the beard and things? I can't really see the face, can't we? Right, there we go. Now we can see the faces. Let's right, so here we go. So we've got a variation of ages and lines and expressions. So you've got older faces, younger faces. Wow, that's a lot of different shapes. Oh, he looks slightly scary. That is an awfully large choice of variation in the facial features, isn't it? This is going to be really hard to pick what you want your character to look like. I can imagine we're going to be sat in the barber's shop for quite a long time, tweaking all of our characters until we're really happy with them. Because we've now got so much more choice about how they look that it's really, really cool. Awesome. So let's take a look at the hairdos. Let's go to the beginning. So, bald. Wow, his head looks so tall. So the bald option that is there for everybody. So peasant cut, that's one we've already got. Soldier. Up, flat top. These are some of these ones are definitely the ones we had before. Monk, I definitely remember seeing people with that. Barbarian, yeah, that's one I've seen before. Dashing, yep, these are the ones we had before. Loose, yeah, but they've all had a little bit of an upgrade. Look, this loose piece of hair is even more defined than it was on the original. Courtly, and the fact that they've all got names now means you can tell your friends which one you've chosen. His forehead looks really high on that. Yeah, I won't be using that one because his forehead looks so tall. I know that. Scholar. Yeah, definitely the older hairdos there. So rogue. I haven't seen one yet that I don't remember. Fabulous. Oh, now that one I don't remember. Hey, wait, isn't this the Johnny Awesome haircut? For the Johnny Awesome character in the quest line, isn't that the haircut he had? So I think that's a new one, because I don't remember seeing that one before. Samson. Do you know, I'm not 100% sure about that one. I kind of feel like I've seen it somewhere before, but I'm not 100% sure. Brawler? I don't remember that, but that could be an update, or that could be one of the very new ones. It's hard to tell sometimes, it really is. Spiky, I don't remember that one. That's a new one, I'm pretty certain that's a new one. I kind of like that actually, that's quite good. Definitely wouldn't fit under a helmet though as a warrior. Swept, so that's kind of a less spiky style. Foxtail. That reminds me of the Night Elf hairdos, which I don't... And it also reminds me of Varian's hairdo. If you want to role play as a Varian lookalike, that one would be a good choice, I think. Foxtail. Long. Mentor. So like the older guy who still wants to look stylish. Buzzed. Oh, that's definitely one of the new ones for the sort of African descent style of character, isn't it? Although it's such a plain, like, smooth helmet of head, because of the way they've done the colouring, it actually looks like it's super textured, doesn't it? That's actually really neatly put together. Art team have done a great job again with all these hairdos, haven't they? That's really cool. Alright, dreadlocks. Again, they've used the hair tied around it. I like the way they've done that. And this one, look, you've got the separated out locks, so that's very neatly done. I like that. Oh no, don't change the hair colour, we still do it. Cornrows again, it just looks so painful with those great big gaps between the rows, doesn't it? So it's kind of twisted at the back in a little knot bun. And curls. Oh, that texture's done really well, isn't it? And the way this is smooth down the back, and the way the colours have been done, it gives it a lot more texture. But we've actually got texture on top. I think they've done a really good job with these new ones, don't you? Quiff, that's a new one as well. Look at the way the little textures overlay here, look, with the little bits down and a little bit. They've done such great jobs with these textures. Really good job. Lovely. Prints. Oh, that's an Anduin look-alike hairdo. That's a new one as well. Oh, cool. Very cool. Wizard, that's a new one. It's the Medivh hairdo, isn't it? Yeah, lots of new ones. Lots of new ones. Bangs. Yep, so the guys can hide behind the head just a little bit if you really want. Right, so that's all of them. Right, so we want something that doesn't cover your face, because we're going to do right, hair colour. I would imagine that's pretty similar to the girls. So you've got the darks, the blacks, the browns like we had before, the new oranges there, the traditional sort of blondes, and extra tones of blonde, and they have the grey, and now the new white as well. So the same colours as the girls, but new variations. And their moustaches: none, brush, handlebar, tuskar, professor, arched, and horseshoe. Yeah. So, and you can of course do the tashes separate to the beards, so that you can mix and match as you choose. So goatee, full, tufts, so you've got a little tuft at the side there with the tufts, thick, short, chin puff, and a soul patch. So you can choose how you want to go for all of them, and mix and match it to your heart's content. I like the fact that you can do the moustaches and beards separately, whereas before you were kind of tied into doing them together. And then of course the three choices for the face, so narrow, wide, and round. So you can customise those. And then the guys also have, which is classed as jewellery, but it isn't actually jewellery, it's just eye colour and eyebrows for the guys. So thin, soft, arched, thick, straight, angled, untamed, low, raised. Although he looks puzzled and kind of shocked. Sharp, natural, and bushy. And then the eye colour, I imagine we've got very similar to what the girls have got. We've got some of the older colours with the browns and things, and then we've got the new oranges. And then I think we only had one green and a couple of blues before. Now we've got a lot more variation in the choices. And then you've got the bright pinks, and then you've got the heterochromia with the two eyes, and then you've got the blind options, blinding one eye, blinding both eyes. So we've got an awful lot more choice there in making your characters. So hope that you've enjoyed today's episode, and that it's helped you to have an idea of the customization options that are coming in the new expansion of Shadowlands. And as I predict, we're going to be spending a lot of time in the barbershop deciding what all of our characters are going to look like come the pre-patch. So hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. From SoftKitty99, goodbye and happy gaming!